can't hear me. There you go. How is everyone? Like I said, you couldn't hear me. What? Thank you very much, Star Wars, for those 9 bits. Thank you so very much. It's a great way to start. How are you doing today? Doing all right? You doing it all? So we're getting back to drawing some ninjas. I mean, there's some... Hey, Marianne, how's it going? So there are some comics that I need to be drawing, but that's all gonna be starting up very soon and being very intense. So I figured I'd take this last day and draw some ninjas. So you guys opted not to. Are you streaming on the channel, or do you guys opt to not do that today? Okay, that answers that. As long as I don't have to deal with whatever it was, whatever the hell that thing was that you had like yesterday or the day before. It was yesterday. That, I mean, jeez. I don't understand. Didn't understand, confused me. And it actually made me want to go to bed. Oh, thanks, Star Wars. Do I see more gray in your afro? Well, okay, so yes. And one big thing that I've noticed is that at night, like when it's really dark in my house, the light really highlights my my oldness. Severely highlights the old. Hey Iona, how's it going? But see, at night I get to be a whole lot, you know, I don't know, it could be a lot more fun. I get to be less of a teacher. With, you know, respectability politics and stuff like that. I get to be me. Who is Restream Bot? Oh, that is my that's my robot, allowing you to see. If you're on Twitch, it allows you to see YouTube, and if you're on YouTube, it allows you to see Twitch. What's up, Skip? How's it going? Figured it was time to draw some ninjas for today. I'm working on all these other projects. Granted, they're work projects, you know, but just I needed some ninjas in my life. It just wasn't working for me, huh?
You get core, you can jump between games, and that was the entire video.
That was it?
Yes, that was it, for 15 minutes.
Oh no!
Yes.
See, you should make videos like that.
On core, you can play games.
Blah. What's up, Akia? Trying something ambitious with Crimson Fly? Oh, can you tell us? Like, can you tell us what's going on? So Vikia, I have shown off the mask. I'm gonna turn this down a little bit. There we go. So I've shown off the mask to my students. They like the commitment. So, and I already did it, you know. So, okay, so here's one thing that I've noticed about this, right? So when you put it on, right? When you put it on, the side parts here, they flare out, right? They flare out, and I know that, you know, it's like, oh, when you attach it to your ear, it tightens in, but it still flares out. Like I'm gonna show you, right? Because I got it nice and tight for my big fat head. Right? You see how it's wide like that? But if we see that, like if we could just push it in, if we get it to push in a little bit. And of course I have a big head, so if I want to keep it over my nose, the little chin piece that you put in would need to be a little bit lower, because as soon as I talk, see, so this coming in a little bit, and then the bottom part, like I love the chin rest, right? I love that, but it really, like if I actually try and like yell or something, it's like, ah, it's coming down. But this is, I mean, I still love it because I get to do this when the main character comes into class. All right, when he starts messing with the students, I can actually put the mask on, which is great. It's great. It was size to my head because I figure we have a similar head shape. Nice to know your head is bigger than mine. Yes. The Tillman head is always bigger than most people's heads. We all have giant heads. It's just the way it is.
I'm very average.
No, you do not. You do not have an average head. You have a gigantic head.
No, my head's super average.
And,
Some say it's the most average.
with or without. Oh, it doesn't matter. Like, so when I was in high school, you know, and I was really thin. Like, I was really thin when I was in high school. And I went and played football, and they're like, all right, well, you need like a medium because you're such a thin dude. I was like, and I couldn't even get it over like the top of my head because it was so small. And then they're like, okay. And they got me the large, and they're like, all right, you're going to be fine here because it's a large, you know, like whatever. That bad boy didn't go anywhere. It was like, and I'm like, this really hurts. And they're like, oh my goodness, you actually need an extra large? There were 2 other people who needed extra larges. I was 145 pounds at 6'2" at the time. So I was tiny. The other people were 5'8" at 289 pounds. They were big kids, right? So, yeah, we Tillmans, we just got big heads, and I punished my children with the exact same thing. Yeah. If there's still one there. For big brains. Yeah. All our football helmets in high school are always way too big. Really? Man, I would have loved for a smaller helmet, like a helmet that fit but was smaller. It was just so big. It was so stupid. Yeah. So as my time is going forward with this challenge, right? The whole trying to get 1 million subscribers. I have to say, first official week, I'm over 200 subscribers. Not bad. Not bad at all. In that time, I've only posted 2 videos. I was trying to get a 3rd one up, but the camera was being stupid. Like, I filmed this whole thing and the camera was being dumb. So I get to refilm that. Yay! Refilm that whole thing because we're not going to try and sacrifice quality just because it's done. I'm like, no, I have a means. I was able to get my phone out of the stupid case that made it so I couldn't record, and so now we're gonna be up and running. And so tomorrow morning I'm gonna re-record that video. Probably just put it up on Saturday instead of Friday like it's supposed to. Nobody knows, it's only the first week. Let's see. Yeah, but yeah, I'm trying out a panelless comic for Crimson Fly, similar to the way. Okay, looks great. Skip, thank yous. Gonna be interesting to animate since most of my shots are normally based on panel comps. Ooh. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, I like that. I liked it when you, I liked it when you named it for, you know, They Who Shall Not Be Named. I thought that was really cool. So, good. What's up, Sam? How you doing? It is gonna be interesting. Oh, you know what you could do? I don't know if this is something like, but you could have it animate and then freeze, right? And then animate further. So where you have all these grayscale figures and stuff, like, so the animation happens or the first frame happens and then it stops and it animates in color, like, I guess from that. And then every time you have like a freeze frame or like the key frame of the story, it freezes and turns gray so that, you know, we can just watch it and go like, oh, this is in the past, or like a light blue or something like that that would indicate that it's in the past. Maybe. I don't know. Just thinking out loud. But I like this. I like seeing it where it's a story, and I think that's why it would be really cool to animate in that style, so you'd have like this one big blank border, right? And then it starts, it animates, it stops, like, oh, here's the freeze frame, then it animates some more, and then we get the full, you know, the full comic strip. But as we, you know, and then we can go back and look at it in the grayscale and see everything happening. I think you got something cool here, especially if you're going to animate it. It's gonna be pretty sweet. Oops. I have too many layers. I'm also picturing one of those famous Blizzard. Yes. The motion comic from Blizzard and stuff. Yes. Yes. All the yes. Yes, you may. You can never have enough layers as a person. I can prove you wrong on that. I've actually reached the Photoshop max layer count in a single file. Yes, yes he did. And it was hilarious because it was like a gazillion and it made no sense. It made all of nonsense. You dropped something. Hmm? You dropped that.
No. You can't prove it.
You're right, you can't. Oh my goodness, what, that number is just disgusting. Imagine not painting on one layer. Why? Okay. Oh, that's right, you were doing What was it? Was it the watch or was it the gun? I forget. Was it the watch or was it the gun that you were working on? The full. Oh, okay. Was that for Quack? Or I forgot what it was. Was that for Quack? Flap. Quack. No, you. Oh, okay. You did something with. It was called Quack, right? It was called Quack? It was the first game, okay. I was like, okay, I'm not going crazy. I'm not going crazy. Do you know whatever happened to that? Like do we ever know what happened to all of that work that you guys did? Like, anything? Or did he just go crazy because he, you know, it was kind of weird. The games are no longer on the App Store. Aw. Oh, okay. That's cool. You should send it. You should send it to Joshua. He likes games.
What game?
The games that Mr. Bakia worked on.
Mr. Bakia worked on a game.
He worked on multiple games, actually.
Ooh.
Yeah.
They're free.
Well, they're free because he has it on his phone, and he was the developer. I don't know if he still has it though. I stopped considering the Crimson Flag app once I finally figured out how to get it on the phone. They were hard. He might. He just insulted you.
What happened?
Well, you should get online and find out.
I am online.
Then you should read the chat. He said they're hard and you might cry.
I can beat any game. I'm the best gamer in the whole
Oh,
world.
whatever, sir. I love your confidence, but
I can beat any game. No.
Which of the boys didn't like Becky Lynch in real life? That's Sean.
What?
You didn't like Becky Lynch. Oh, now you like Becky Lynch? Now he likes Becky Lynch. Before he did not.
When did I say I don't like Becky Lynch?
When you were younger?
Yeah, well, that's when I was younger.
Well, yes, that's what we're talking about. Goodness.
And then what did you say? Oh, now you are girl.
Because you didn't really tell anyone that you didn't. You did. Why in real life? Because she was too hard to beat in the game. She was too hard to beat in the video game. That was what he told Hernandez. Not yet. No, I remember. Now he's trying to act like, you know, it's like, no. Oh, that's not true. I love Becky Lynch.
He's above you.
It's always funny when they flip-flop. It's always funny when they flip-flop. So I've been thinking about things to do for the channel, right? And I know I wanted to do a showcase for younger, not necessarily younger, but artists who do not have a big presence, right? But should be getting eyes placed on their Instagram or Facebook or whatever, right? And so I knew that that's something that I wanted to do, and it'd be really cool if I got really big, right? And then I kept going, like I kept doing it. Like that's gonna be the important part, right? Like don't get big and then stop doing the showcase. But you know, unlike all these other big streamers who go out and be like, oh, you want something from me? Like you want me to shout you out? Oh, well, you know, it's gonna be like this much money, or it's gonna be this or that. Whereas what I would love to do is be able to, you know, if I could get it together like every week or something like that, and it's just like, all right, well, today we're talking to, you know, Bakia, or we're talking to Marianne, or we're talking to Skip, you know, and it's all these people who should be getting more attention, but for some reason just are not. And I've been trying to figure out how to have an intro like the old school Ninja Theater with Shokasuke, right? And now I pretty much know, because I'm gonna call it the Shinobi Showcase. And so, and it'll happen on, I don't know, it'll happen on Sundays or something like that. And so we're gonna eventually have, once I get a couple of them in the can, right? We're gonna start doing Shinobi Showdown or Showcase. And I really do hope to like make a big enough impact to where I can get a lot of followers, and then, you know, and then be like, hey, check this person out. They deserve attention because they're actually really good, but for some reason they're just not getting any attention, right? And then talk about the projects that you're working on, stuff like that. What?
I said, like me.
Like you.
I deserve lots.
You deserve lots of attention, but you also need to do something for it.
Yeah.
What is that? Go full basic YouTuber. What's up, guys? It's your boy. No. While I look at that and realize that, and I'm like, oh, look, this is what the young people be saying. I was like, no. Yeah, I don't think that's something I should be doing.
And don't forget to copy your fresh Kaiser kit.
I'm kidding. Absolutely do not. I really don't plan on it, because it's really, like I said, I've been doing a lot of research. You know, doing a lot of looking at other YouTubers and trying to see what they're doing and stuff like that. And it's really hard to pull YouTube like information and what people want, because what we do is so different, right? We're artists, and while there are artists out there, they're the ones doing crazy stuff like painting with pudding. Like I will keep coming back to that, like painting with pudding. It's not just, you know, I'm working on this character and I'm showing you, and in the YouTube video I'm talking about like, oh, this character is this, and this is why I did that, and here's where we're going. Because I'm actually, Marianne, you remember that big old sketchbook, right? So what I plan on doing is finding a way to get, so I'm actually going to be starting that probably as we just started, so it's the maybe in mid this month, or actually save it for March. But I want to do like once a day for an hour to, you know, just go in, draw in the sketchbook and be like, I'm actually creating different things for Ninja Empire. Like, okay, so today I want to focus on lanterns because I need to establish the city and whatnot. So I'm going to be drawing a whole bunch of lanterns. I got some reference I already printed out, so let's do some lanterns, right? And then just draw and create everything, you know, in the sketchbook. And then it's an everyday thing. I'm like, all right, you know, and maybe it's in the morning, you know, and we just go, all right, we're we're drawing in the morning. Draw with me for an hour. This is what I'm doing. I don't know, but I want to be able to do art for the channel. I don't want to do too much super, you know, like oversized gimmick stuff. Although, of course, you know, it's always gonna happen, right? Like, so if I come in and say, hey, I want to challenge people, then, you know, that's gimmicky. But I mean, I just don't want to go full on gimmick. You know what I mean? Like, no full on gimmick. Also, so I did challenge my first streamer and YouTuber, and he choked out on me. He's like, I don't know, I gotta research. He's a former student of mine, right? Fantastic artist. And I challenged him to a character design challenge, right? And I created a 2D, it's a D20 character design challenge, right? And I've got 5 columns and 20 options within them. And I'm planning on keep doing these so I can just have a whole bunch of prompts for people. And they're like, here's the D20 prompt for this month. Try it, right? And the big thing is, in the end, it's like really easy to do these character design prompts because, you know, it's just like, hey, do this and this and this, right? What I've added to it is drawing style. So you might have this character that you then have to put into the drawing style of the Powerpuff Girls, or you know, Steven Universe, or Ninja Scroll, or you know, G.I. Joe, and it's like, and it would be G.I. Joe Resolute, or G.I. Joe the Eco Warriors from the 90s, which was garbage, but or G.I. Joe Extreme, which had the wildest proportions, right? And so I challenged him and I rolled the D20 while we were on stream, and what we got was a drunk professional wrestling werewolf that wears a cloak drawn in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Rise of the Ninja Turtle style. And so that's that's what we have to draw. And he was instantly like, oh man, you have an advantage over me on this one. I'm like, oh, come on, don't do that. That's the whole idea, is to have this challenge. Like, I don't draw in the Teenage Mutant Ninja style, in that style. Like, I don't draw that way, but I'm gonna try it, you know, like I'm definitely gonna try it. So it was funny to see how it instantly like was like, oh man, this is gonna be a problem because the challenge worked. Oh, that would have been so badass. That character sounds like something Hernandez would draw. I know. On a Tuesday, you could come close in your base style though. Yeah. What's up, Magic? Magic Fresh. What's going on, man? That character sounds like something Hernandez would draw on a Tuesday. Yep. You could come close. No, I think so. It's still like, the thing that's really gonna help me is the fact that I'm gonna do it anyway. Like that's the plan, is to do it anyway. But I have to draw, like, that's how I'm gonna fill up my sketchbook, because I'm like, I don't draw that way, you know. So I have to get used to doing that, which I think is gonna be fun. But I'm gonna put the actual form in the Discord. So if anyone wants to, you know, use it, you're more than welcome to use it. Good, I came to watch some ninjas being drawn. Hell yes. Let's do it. Oh, and I realized something. And what I realized was, kind of sucks that I can't use copyrighted music, right? But what I can do is if we get to a certain number, or we do something crazy, like we get to a certain number, or Patreon kicks in or something, I can literally have like an 80s party in Discord. So it's not recorded in anything, and we could just go and be like jamming out. Or, like we could do whatever we want, and it's like, it could be awesome. I think it would be awesome. I think it would be great. Or 90s party, or, like we could just have a freaking party. That would be awesome. Oh, so, I'm looking forward to, I don't know, I have to set some type of goal, because I want to, like, ever since I started streaming, I was like, I want to bring, I want to be able to celebrate with like an 80s party or something stupid like that, And then it was like, all right, started streaming and whatnot, and then they're like, oh yeah, if you listen to anything that's not yours, we will hate you and punish you. And I was like, oh well, we can't have that. So that kind of put a kibosh on it. But now with Discord, I can. Can I bring the spike punch bolt? Yeah. Absolutely. Get a playlist going. I'll also bring a bowl. I'll bring the entertainment. This is gonna be awesome. I think I'm gonna do it. I think I'm gonna do it every time for my YouTube channel. So once we hit certain milestones, we'll just have throw party. I'll give stuff away. So I don't think I'm doing any type of giveaways this month. Mostly because I want to see where we can get with one month of just word of mouth and no prizes, no nothing, just hey, this is what we're doing. A bunch of empty bowls and music. What's this, House Party 6? You dated yourself on that one. Just gonna let you know that. Oh man, are we gonna be watching House Party? You gonna make us watch House Party? I'm proud of the flat top. No. No house party. Okay. Oops. There we go. I did pick our movie for tomorrow. Well, I figured you would. And I bet it's a doozy. Be afraid. I ain't afraid of what you got. Bring it on. It's probably, I don't know, man. Chop Mall or whatever the hell we watched last time. You're gonna have to do pretty. You're gonna have to do pretty bad to like top that one. That one was horrible. The movie sucked. Shopping Mall was great. You lie. That movie was horrible. The movie took itself way too seriously for that garbage movie. I mean, it was perfect for a great day, a great way to end a, you know, end a day or something like that. But that movie was horrible. One of those ones where you're like, I can't believe somebody put money on this. Man, do I love digital for being able to fix things. Like, you know what? That doesn't go there. Let's move it over a little bit. And then bam! Your life is so much easier. Oh my goodness, where is it? The look fly tool is a godsend. True, very true. I think we can merge some of these, probably merge some of these lines here. Oh, not that many. Oh no, I made the merge mistake. Merge with the sketch layer. No. Oh well. I was like, oh well, we'll fix it later. Mm-hmm. Control Alt Z a bunch. I'm pretty sure that I did it a long time ago. Not even like, it's one of those ones where I'm like, I could be mad, or I could just be like, you know what? Photoshop has come a long way. I'm gonna be able to knock this blue out, so it doesn't matter. Once again, you know, digital is just has so many benefits to it. You won't lose any work, I promise. I don't believe you. You're lying. With that said, I'm actually gonna save. No, it doesn't. You can't easily merge paper in real life. That is untrue, sir. You just don't know what you're doing. You just don't know what you're doing. Replace my sketchbook. Yeah. I haven't got into the digital sketching yet, but I keep seeing all of the YouTubers, all of the Twitch streamers, and I'm just like, man, that looks, you know, that looks cool. That looks good. I like that. And I'm like, yeah, but I don't know. I'm just not there yet. It's like, oh man, Baki, I gotta start designing your character. You know what? Something else I thought about doing was designing subscribers and make them part of the Ninja group. You know, just have a really big canvas and just start putting all our people together. The true supporters, kind of thing. Nice, that'd be cool, but also get out of hand really fast. It could, but I mean, I got 4 subscribers, so subscribers on Twitch, because otherwise, like at this point, you know, if I did the subscribers for YouTube, I'd be drawing all day, all day, every day. Just be that would get out of hand, but. I don't know. Or I just need to get a quicker style. Because I was thinking about doing a storytelling thing also for the YouTube channel. Like I wanna just tell stories from school, from work, from, you know, when I went to school, what's going on now, going to conventions, and having people come up to you and be like, man, your stuff's really awesome. How much for a sketch? And you're like, okay, it's gonna cost this much money. And they're like, yeah, that's too expensive. You know, my 7-year-old son or 7-year-old cousin draws just like you do. I'll just get, and then it's like, okay, well, why don't you get your 7-year-old nephew to draw it for you then? Like, why are you talking to me? You know, it'd be, I think that would be fun. And so I need a more animated style. So if I was to do that, you know, for the subscribers, I think that would be something that could work with a chaotic smiley style. Okay. It'd be cool, but also, yeah. Who's talking to me? Central attachment. Yep.
I was looking for raid games to play because I like them, right? And I accidentally stumbled upon Dice Tower because I thought it was video game, right? And then I was like, hey, didn't they do one on Dark Legacy? So I watched that, and it seems like he's just unlucky. Because like, his main argument of why the game was bad was it was too much luck.
Yeah. Oh.
He's just unlucky.
He was very unlucky because, I mean, and yeah, it does suck when you play a game that has a lot of luck in it and you roll a 1. Yeah, it sucks. It really does. But you know what? The thing is that the thing that threw me about that review was I'm like, nobody has a problem with D&D when you roll the D20 and you get a 1 on anything. yeah, people get upset, but everyone just goes, well, that's part of the game, right?
That's because in D&D, the starting weapons definitely aren't just named axe.
Oh yeah, that one really upset me when that guy was like, look at this weapon, it's called sword. No, it was called katana. You couldn't have called it anything else. It's like, it's a katana. It's a level 2 weapon. Like, what did you want me to call it? The soul eating destroyer of the world? I'm
More
like,
damage.
it does one damage. I'm like, come on now. Like, what do you want me to call it? And then, because after I got over myself with that one, I was like, oh, you are at low level. That's why that's why this is a soldier. That's why this is a grunt. You get up to level 10, 15, 20, all of a sudden they have these story names and stuff like that. I'm like, you're just mad that you don't have everything.
It's like those were boring. It's like, yeah, these art designs horrible.
Oh yeah, he was hating on everything.
What's fun?
Well, so, yeah, there's that. But see, the industry has shifted. Right before, everything was in the cartoon, comics, animated style. Then Magic the Gathering really pushed on the realism and the high fantasy of their paintings, which is great. And then everyone started following suit because so many people wanted that. So that when you do something like, hey, look, I have this thing that, focuses on cartoons or focuses on being animated, if it isn't directly related to an animated thing, people don't like it, right? The reason why Exploding Kittens can have the style that it does is because the artist, the Oatmeal, he has been doing that style for a comic strip for years. Like, that's just the style. So when he released this game, no one was like, oh my goodness, look at this style. They went, oh, well, that's from the Oatmeal, right? So, I mean, there was ways that he could have said the exact same thing and not come across as just an angry basement dweller mouth breather. But he chose to be angry about it for some reason. Like, because I'm pretty sure he got that for free. Like, I'm pretty sure he got all of it for free. It's just one of those ones where you're like, dude, can you just say, you know what, I didn't really like it. It wasn't for me.
I don't understand why he was hating on like there was a chaos factor. He's like, these names are so boring. You got Chaos Star. You couldn't fit.
And then, what you start realizing is that some people just want to hate. And if you looked at a lot of the comments, a lot of the people are like, oh my goodness, you got to do more of these. This was so great. I loved all the anger. Ha 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 ha. It was so awesome. It was so funny. Right? And so then it's just like, oh, you're looking for someone to be a jerk. It sells, This is all there is to it. It sells. So, I'm so bad at rolling that I built a character around rolling badly. That's true. That guy was going in hard. He was so angry. So very angry.
One of the first comments I saw was someone saying something good, but I forgot what they said.
Well,
Look.
a lot of people, that's the thing, because a lot of people who played the game and watched Dice Tower, right, and their critiques and stuff, they did come to the defense. They're like, oh, look, like, I think you're missing the whole point of the game, and you're looking at it as though it's Magic the Gathering when it is not, and so you're missing the actual coolness of this game. And it just kind of got swept under, yeah, be a bigger jerk for other games. And you're like, whatever. But see, and I like Dark Legacy too. And what's really bad about this whole situation? Like, good press, bad press, it's all press, right? So it's all fantastic. But what I want to do is make another game and then promote it as, because he said it was the worst game of 2018, the worst game of 2018, and a detriment to the genre of tabletop card games. So I was like, what I want to do is be like, you know, from the makers of Dark Legacy, the worst game of 2018, and from the creator Brian Tillman, a detriment to the entire hobby, comes just brings another game out. Like that's what I want to do. Like I want to use it, but you know, it's one of those ones where I'm like, your mom, who is my PR person, said that I probably shouldn't do that. And I'm like, yeah, you're probably right. All right, Marianne, thanks for stopping in. Funny thing is that people said they would buy the game because he thought it was bad. I know. It put money in our pocket, you know. I just like hate on it, yeah, because people are like, oh my goodness, I gotta buy this game to see how horrible it actually is. I'm like, okay, go ahead, buy it.
And another thing is, he was saying that it was annoying that you had to play so much to level up.
Yep.
You can pick the level you want to be. Like you're not in a tournament. Like you need to pick.
I mean, every time
I've
promoted the game, I was like, and I told them to put this in the, because it's supposed to be like a D&D game, which they didn't actually grasp when they put together the rule book. And I'm like, look, you want to tell people to start at level 5. Like if you know, it's like, look, if you're a beginner, start at level 5. You don't have to worry about things like coming in and, you know, being hard to get and stuff like that. Level 5 is pretty good. But if you're actually going to do the whole campaign idea and you want to grind and really build your character like most D&D people want to, here's level 1, and here's how you get to be, you know, angry at the fact that, guess what? It's hard to get things because you're level 1.
No, I think it's funny how he said level 4 was so far away.
All you had to do was win 4 times. It was over. It was like, congratulations, you're now level 4.
So at level 1,
or 3. No, you only had to win 3 games.
At level 1, you could pretty much roll a 1 and still level up.
Still level up, yep. Well, yeah, most YouTube content isn't really about anything other than entertainment. Gotta entertain first before you can do anything else like education or actual dialogue. Yep. Comes Dark Legacy 2, worse than before. Terrible art, we got it. Confusing mechanics, hold my beer.
That sounds good.
Maybe that's a commercial. No wait, I have to have the rights back before I can start making joke commercials. I have to have the.
Can I use my promotion voice?
Of course, but I have to have the rights back. As long as they're still with Upper Deck, I can't do that.
Dark Legacy 2,
Worse than ever. Building on the awesome award of Worst Game of 2018. Worse art, more confusing mechanics, a rulebook that still makes no sense. All you're doing is just tossing cards in the air and making it rain. Like you just it's like.
He was just throwing everything on the floor.
And then at the end, you just go like, you're intrigued, aren't you? Go buy it and see if it's all true.
Money.
I know, and then you just play that and money. Oh my goodness. Some people.
Also, with the cave demon, is he holding his tongue or eating a piece of meat?
He's eating a piece of meat.
Okay.
Keep playing some or no? Huh? You want to keep playing or no? I want to keep playing.
Eating a piece of meat.
Kept throwing everything in the trash.
What?
He kept throwing everything in the trash.
Well, he did because he was, he's being a jerk. But, whatever. It's all good. I actually want to ask. I want to ask Upper Deck. Like, after August of this year, I'm gonna ask them. Like, look, it's pretty clear that you guys aren't gonna do anything with it. Especially since you guys are going to be, you know, coming up with their new super secret project. So I'm like, I know you're not going to. Looks like I'm going to have to use something stronger than that. Duct tape it is. Oh no! That was bad. Everything turned off.
Did he ever respond to you saying you were gonna, when you told him you'd teach him how to play?
No, never responded back to me.
Coward.
Yep. So, gosh, stop it. Why won't you okay. I mean, most you're doing just I mean, most of the reviews don't really seem to get that they're not really as important as they think they are. So true. And most never experience the product to the full enough degree to warrant a solid review. That's not to mention taking things like bias out of the equation. Yeah, no, that's the big one, because there was a second review, because the first time they did it was live at Gen Con, and it was two of them, and one of the guys was like, all right, well, I gotta go use the bathroom, and he's like, all right, cool, I'll go ahead and set up the next one. And he's like, I love destroying new card games, especially, and he looked at the box and he's like, especially when they suck. And I'm like, you haven't even cracked a box open yet and you're already telling me it sucks? Like, dude, like, come on.
I don't think it sucks. I think it's quite nice.
I mean, you know, it was just, it's one of those things where I'm like, you are allowed to have your opinion, and that is absolutely fair, right? Like, if you don't like it, that's one thing, right? Don't like it. I don't, you know, I know I can't appease everyone, so it's like, you don't like it, don't like it. That's perfectly fair. But, you know, don't try and act like you are the end all be all with your stuff. Oh, dang it, stop turning that off. Keep turning off my switch here.
We still haven't played any of the new board games I got.
We haven't?
No.
Oh, we need to fix that.
Yeah, we haven't played Betrayal at the House on the Hill because there were too many rules and I forgot most of them while I was reading.
Oh.
And then we just haven't opened the other one.
Well then. Oh, we were supposed to watch a tutorial on that.
Yeah, we never did. Well, I never did then.
Yeah, I think that was one of the big things. We were supposed to watch a tutorial, and then we never actually watched the tutorial. So we need to. Sorry guys, my power strip decided that it wanted to fall down. So I had to re-secure it. There we go. That should do it. Alright. I don't know who this made for. 6 15-year-old children who are very much aren't. Yeah. Oh yeah. Or my favorite is, I'm bad at this, therefore the product is bad. Yep. Like if I'm watching a 3D printer review and you say, I've had this printer for 2 months, I'm turning the video off. You need to use the thing for a minimum of 6 months to really understand the machine. Let it break on you a few times and fix it and give it a review. Yeah, see? That's cool, you know? But I think, and the bad part is, like, I responded. There are multiple people there are 2 YouTube things that came on and they're like, oh my goodness, like, I don't understand this game, you know? And one guy was like, look, maybe I'm missing something. Like, he was open, right? He's like, I really wanted to play this game, and for some reason it's not working, right? And he's like, I don't get it. And I'm like, okay. And he went off and said, he was just like, maybe I just don't get it. Like, maybe I'm missing something. And I was like, oh, okay, so he's willing to listen, right? If I tell him, like, hey, look, you know, this was wrong, you know, the idea that you had here was not right, then he would, he would probably listen, because he was asking his followers. He's like, if you know something that I don't, please tell me, because I want to give this game a fair shot, right? Because it looked so cool and intriguing. And so I wrote him, like, I was like, hi, I'm the designer of this game. There were some things that you actually got wrong, right? It's like, this is not how that works. This card works this way. This ruling is this way, right? Like, I was like, but I want to talk to you. If you're willing to talk, I would love to talk to you to, so that you could have a fair shot at it, to look at it and all that stuff. And then all of his like fans and stuff were like, oh wow, it's really cool that you would come in and, talk, be willing to talk about it and stuff like that. You think that fool ever reached out to me and was like, hey, I saw your response. Yeah, I would love for you to tell me, like, explain to me what happened. What was I missing? No, just, this game sucks. Even though he's like, hey, I want to talk about it, he didn't want to talk about it to me. Which is like, come on, man. Just...
I scratched myself really bad.
You did. I think a lot of the problem with internet discourse is that ease of access to a platform. Like before, when it was hard to get into doing reviews or react or comment, yeah, you had to actually be smart and analytical, yep. But now, when you can rant off commentary on the phone, yeah. You teach people the game by showing them the Christopher Daniels video. Yes. Oh, that's fun. And see, and that's the thing, like, the one thing that really gets me is how people don't know how creator-owned that project was. How much went into it. Wasn't just, hey, I created this for the company. I'm like, I made this, and then I had other people who were interested in it. Then, it's like all these things went into it, and you don't get that. And that's fine, but it's just so odd to me how quickly someone will just try and destroy you. They're just like, this sucks, you suck, it all sucks. I'm like, come on now. Like, I had someone trash the Criminal Fly because they needed content to pad out their drunken podcast. Yeah. Look at it, exposure. Like, they put it off for months, then ran it late. And after they did, they slagged it off for 7 minutes before moving on to the next topic. Yeah. And you're just like, why? Like, why? Just why? And then sometimes you're like, well, let me contact them, which, normally you should never do, right? And like, don't contact these idiots. But sometimes you're like, well, it seemed as though this person wanted to know something, right? And you're just like, all right, well, maybe I'll have a shot at explaining this, because sometimes that's what they need, right? Just someone needs it to be explained to them. And then they never give you the time of day. It's just like, see, because I had so many people, so many fans of the game that they came in and just bought when it was released by Upper Deck. They're like, oh man, I've been such a fan, I'm gonna buy everything. And you're like, all right, cool. And then they came back and talked to me. I had people emailing me. They're like, hey, are you doing something at Gen Con this year? What's going on? We want to have another tournament. We want to do this, that, and the other thing. And then, like anything else, which is, once again, absolutely fair, because you cannot please everyone. But they're like, this is the worst piece of garbage I've ever seen. But it's everywhere. It's everywhere, because it even happened to, a buddy of mine, Robert Atkins. He works on G.I. Joe, and his stuff is so amazingly good, right? I mean, it's like so good. And there are people online going, this guy's the worst, he's the worst artist to do it, right? To do G.I. Joe, the worst. And you're like, really? The worst? I don't know about that. That hand's That's not right. So, I have more followers on almost all social media. My favorite is when they stripped their clothes to rag on the particular. It became relevant again after the January riots. Yep. What's up, expansions? How's it going?
Is it Magic's factions with red, blue, green?
Fire, earth.
How is that better than chaos and darkness?
Haters. How about you? I'm doing well. We're just ranting about people being awful people. I'm like, why is that not working?
I got a new Funko Pop today.
You gotta be a little bit louder so they hear you.
I got a new Funko Pop today.
Sounds like fun, yeah. You did. It's your second favorite, really?
Yes. My favorite is
Butt Stallion.
yes, but Stallion. I got Venomized Thanos.
Venomized Thanos.
Like, you think? Oh, it wasn't expensive. It was from Five Below.
What is Five Below? It's like, indeed it was.
Who are you drawing?
I don't know. Random man. Random
man.
Random man. Oh no. Okay. It's becoming a problem.
I have a joke character in my game named Man. He has the power of two men.
Oops. Is the power of two men.
Yes. Sounds like a super dude. He can also split into two regular men.
Oh really?
Yes. Super dude is not a villain. He's a good guy. He saves the day with his
super dudeness. He saves the day with his super dudeness.
Sign me up for the Man fan club.
You should focus on the man.
The merch line drops tomorrow.
Does it?
No. I don't have any merch for Man. But I should.
You should.
Yeah. I'd make millions.
Millions, I tell you. Millions.
I wonder what other characters I have.
Well, I mean, shouldn't you know?
No, I forgot. I think I have one named Dr. Wrath. I like him too.
Man, you were channeling your inner
Lady woman.
you're channeling your inner Rob Liefeld there.
I don't know who that is.
That's fair. He created things like oh my god. Well, he helped create Deadpool.
I know who Deadpool is.
But he also did things like Wrath Killer, Killraisers, you know, And it was like, what? And then the character would have razors and he would kill things. You're like, wow, that's really on the nose.
I mean, what else did you expect him to do?
Kill razors.
Save people with kittens?
I don't know.
So.
I'm like, I don't know. Kill razor. The Kia knows all about that. He found all his comic books from those characters recently.
Do you remember those G.I. Joe things where they're like, knowing is half the battle?
Yeah, the PSA
Which one was your favorite? Mine was the one where the guy's just sitting in the water and then comes out. He just walks out. He's like, you guys need to leave. And the kids are like, okay. He's like, knowing's half the battle.
Knowing's half the battle. I'm like, wait, what? Oh, I should get this one. That's why I'm confused as hell.
What do you do on a podcast?
Talk about anything.
Oh. I'd be very good at a podcast.
Well, I mean, a lot of
I'm
people.
very good at talking.
I mean, all you have to do, as you know, as Skipper Wing will always tell you, you gotta be entertaining first before you can do
I'm
anything.
entertaining.
I agree. Just saying. Gotta be entertaining first. Someone told me that like you should do a vlog or a vodcast, so video podcast. So you have the cameras up and you're just talking, but you can put it up on the podcast world, so you can just listen to it, and then you can be on YouTube and you can watch it. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, I guess.
Special guest, Bush.
But I'm just like, I don't know. I get, we would do something like, who, you know, it's like nerd fights. Who would win? And then my answer would be, I mean, it really depends on who's writing the story. And then all the joy is gone.
That's a boring answer.
But it's the truth.
I'm writing the story.
Well, then I guess, you know, whoever your favorite character is.
No. More, it has to be strong.
I had
I have
one.
no bias ever. I'm never biased.
You sure?
Yes.
Sure. I had one. They're like, what if it was Batman and someone else? And because
Batman versus Chuck.
my oldest son would always try and fight me on Storm Shadow, and he was like, well, what if it was Batman and Storm Shadow? Like, Storm Shadow would poison him before he even knew it. Like in all actuality, he wouldn't. It's like, no, they would just meet face to face for a fight, and like that wouldn't happen. Like, that's just dumb. Like, he's a ninja. He's gonna go to one of his parties as a dignitary, and then when he goes up there, he's gonna tap him on the shoulder, have a poison needle on his ring. He wouldn't even feel it, and next thing you know, he falls ill and dies.
Bob was thinking of like the Death Battle channel.
I know.
So they it's not like they could be like from two completely different universes, and they just get summoned to fight.
Right. No, I know what he was doing. I know what he was doing, but I was like, no, because it didn't. I'm like, what are you actually asking? It's like, well, if they had to fight for some reason, and then they didn't, because I wanted Andrew to actually articulate what he was trying to get out of it, because like they're gonna fight and like he would die, and because I was like, which Batman?
The one with cape.
Like the one, which Batman? You know, and then it's like which one?
Batsman.
You know, and it's just like. It was always weird, you know. I've always hated Batman with prep time. Yeah, like if you're gonna give Batman prep time, why wouldn't you give the opponent prep time too? Exactly. And so it's like, oh, they know they're gonna fight. He's dead. Storm Shadow's good. I mean, Storm Shadow in this case literally wears a white ninja suit and is able to sneak up on people in broad daylight.
I think Pinkie Pie would win.
Pinkie Pie's crazy.
You can't beat Pinkie Pie.
You think Superman doesn't have Batman plans? I sure hope so. They write him like he doesn't. Like, no, he would never. And I'm like, really? He would never? I mean, he should.
He should just eat Batman.
Well, I mean, to be honest, here's the thing that always gets me about the Batman Superman thing is like, yeah, it's always cool to think that Batman would actually have a chance, but he would literally just, you know what, I'm going to lobotomize you right now with my laser beams to your head. Done. You know, I'm like, come on now. Like, let's stop this nonsense. I mean, who in the Justice League doesn't have an anti-Justice League plan? Like I said, that's not the way they write it.
I'm in the Justice League.
They just make it seem as though Batman is the only one who's worried about other people.
The next addition to the Justice League is Man-Man.
The next edition is Man-Man.
Yes.
You heard it here first. Man-Man, the newest Justice League member.
Oh, I can tell you. He is back over here.
Nobody would be able to have plans for Man-Man.
Man-Man. Okay, so when Man-Man separates into multiple men, is it the same consciousness, or are they two different people?
It's not working anymore.
Because then you might not be able to have a plan for Man-Man, because he would separate, and you're like, oh, well, he would do this, and then all of a sudden, it's like, do they look the same when he separates into another person?
No, it's gonna, no, you don't. So it's like in Steven's universe, how if you're a gem, you can fuse, but you're still both a different person. So when he splits, like it's two different manly men.
Okay.
And then they're like, we gotta do this, and I'm like, no, and then they both run away.
Okay. Got it.
That's how I like Steven's universe. But Hulu doesn't have season 5.
Sorry.
Yeah, so sad. Man reminds me of
Kamen Rider double.
I don't know who that is.
The Insect Man from Japan. Their Kamen Rider was it's Power Rangers with bugs.
Man, all the powers of man, yet just a man.
See, my chat will give you some of the best taglines for anything. More than a man, but just a man. And yet still an everyday man.
I like your chat. Your chat's quite great.
It's like he's like any other. He's like you're me, but he's more than just a man. You're like, wait, what?
I'm going to watch one of my favorite 80s TV shows intros now.
Manimal? Oh my goodness.
I don't know what that is either.
Manimal. Bye.
Trying to get me some bed. I can't believe this. I didn't even have my sleepy time tea.
Well, whose fault was that?
Yours.
Yours.
You're the one who was talking to me.
Yours.
I wasn't talking to me.
Yours.
Do you think you could beat me in Rocket League?
Probably not. Not if it was just today. Like, I don't know anything about Rocket League. Like, I know about Rocket League, but I don't know any of the, like, tricks or skills. Well, then I might have a good enough chance, but...
Like, I've played a couple of rounds before, but I I don't know how to play Rocket League. But I'm very good at Roblox games.
You're very good at shooter Roblox games, that's for sure.
Yeah. I'm very good at all shooter games. Except for Perfect Dark because it is silly.
It's just because you are not good.
Why is the gun a landmine? It makes no sense. And why can't I jump?
I can tell that's an easy one because they didn't have that function back then.
Back when you were a kid, there was no jumping allowed.
Not in video games. The fact that that cartridge actually had a voice on it, like
I don't know what a voice is.
voice that they
voice.
talked, like not it had music, but that it would actually talk was huge. And they're like, oh my goodness, you know, and it would read what it said. So before it would always just type out people's. It wouldn't do that. It would just, and you would read it as it went around. And so that one was like, haha, look, we're gonna actually read it to you. And you just, I always love the idea of like secondary functions of a weapon.
Yeah, but a gun shouldn't be a landmine. Like, it just doesn't make sense.
Look, man,
It
why not?
Because guns aren't landmines, they're guns.
So you never played a fantasy game? I mean,
Not one where Perfect Dark is the only one that I've seen where a gun is also a landmine. And
it was a bomb.
that just stayed there until someone stepped on it. That's a landmine.
Got close to it. Get it right.
Proximity mine. It's still a mine.
I think you're just salty because you always blew up.
I'm salty because the game is bad.
Yeah,
And it's not because I'm bad.
You're salty because you sucked at that game.
Also, the map was way too big. I can never find you.
I knew where you were.
That's because you screen cheat.
No. It's just easy to find you.
No, the map is like really big.
No, it wasn't.
And there's no way to find like you.
There was no way to find you. I mean, there was.
Well, you didn't tell me.
There was a map. There's
No,
a radar. There was a radar.
There's no radar.
There's a radar.
There's absolutely not a
There
radar.
was a radar.
No, there wasn't. And if there was, you must have cheated to get it.
There's literally a radar in the top corner.
There was not a radar. There was no map of any kind. That's why
It wasn't a map.
Yeah, I know, but there
was a
no,
radar.
There
It was a circle.
There was no map. There was no there was no anything.
There was a circle.
There was nothing to show you
Circle.
where your enemies
And then
were.
you were a dot.
Yeah, no.
You were a dot.
No.
And then there was another dot.
wasn't
And you could go
there.
to. The only thing that it didn't do was tell you if they were at the top or the bottom. Like, so when it was multi-level, you had no idea. Like, you could run up to the dot and you're like, there's no one.
So you can't look up. You couldn't look up or down.
Yes, you could.
Oh, almost. I'm thinking of a different game.
Yeah, you are.
Well, it's not my fault.
Hater.
Your old games are silly.
Somebody's hating.
That's because your
Hater.
Also, so is No Mercy. Because
Oh, man.
I'd be like, I wonder, how do I do this attack? And you're like, I'm not telling you. Body slam!
That's not true. I told you how everything worked.
No, you told me to get in the ring and run. That's it.
Nah.
You
I
didn't
was
even
a-
teach me how to tape.
I was the one who had to run because you guys would always like quadruple team me.
Yeah, you were definitely the one who ran into the void because I was chasing you with a chair.
I may have been chasing you with a chair. What? So what?
You chased me into the void.
No, you decided to break the game. The poor cartridge, and you're all like, you know what I'm gonna do?
I just ran away, and then I just walked on top of the ring. Like, I just walked off of it, and then I walked on top of the people, and I could just keep going. So I did. And I just kept running. You kept following me with a chair.
It's because
Like,
that's because you were cheating.
you wouldn't let me stop. You kept going. You're like, come here.
Because if I let you go, then you would come and beat me up.
No, I would have gone back, and then we could have fought regularly.
No, you wouldn't have, you little
you
liar.
Were just like,
You little liar.
and I was like, no, please don't hit me with the chair. And you were like, I'm gonna hit you with my chair.
Someone's lying.
You.
Someone.
That's exactly what happened.
Someone.
You wouldn't stop chasing me.
Someone. Somebody.
Well, at least I can beat you in the new one, so.
No, you can't.
Why did I keep beating you?
You cheated.
No, that's just...
I don't really know, actually.
It's because I'm so good at all wrestling.
We all know that that's just not a fact.
I'm the greatest wrestler of all time.
Not a fact.
Yes, it is.
No. Sean, Sargy beats you all the time.
Why?
Oh, ouch.
What wrestling game did you beat me at? No.
Dang. Like, nope.
I beat you so much that you wouldn't play it with me anymore.
No, you always yelled at me. Like, I just be like, punch, kick, punch, clothesline. And you're like, oh my god, you're so annoying. You only do one attack. And so I stopped playing with you.
I'm like, oh yeah, the one attack accusing. Yeah, that's
Well,
true.
when you only punch, yeah, I think
You never taught me how to do anything else.
Look,
I only know
look,
punch.
I got rid of the blue.
Sean, I only knew punch, and when I was like, how do I do other attacks? You're like, I'm not gonna tell you, because then you'll beat me. You can't teach me how to play and get mad at me for not knowing how to play.
Oh my goodness. Yes, I can. Of course I can.
What are you talking about? I'm gonna play with Sean.
Don't get too comfy. I'm just letting you know. Like, just, you know.
You unplugged my computer.
I did?
Yes.
How'd I unplug your computer?
Probably by unplugging it.
what's the rarest thing?
I don't. You have nothing plugged in on mine. Are you sure?
Yes. My thing turned off, and you're the only one unplugging things.
But nothing is plugged in.
What?
Oh, no, you're right. You're right. Sorry, I turned your computer off.
Well, actually, technically, do the rainbow here because all the overseer weapons were eliminated.
See the young kid trying to talk to me about how horrible he is at wrestling and then blame me? You believe that guy? You believe that guy?
Oh, also, while I was raging while losing a game, I broke most of the lights in my keyboard.
Yeah.
They don't work anymore.
That's on you,
I
kid.
only have Q, W, E, R, D, F, B, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Those are all the keys that still have lights.
That's a shame.
It's okay, I didn't need those lights. We're useless. I don't understand
It's
why
like-
your name is Dogwater Boy 76. Why do you name yourself Dogwater Boy?
After watching the intro to Metal, I moved on to the night. Yes.
I'm really super hammer.
Alright, I'm trying to get the divine.
You should give like all the stuff in the game times 2 and just give it to new people.
No. Because I don't want to.
Because a certain someone's not that gracious to people.
Okay.
Well, he's not. You're not.
Okay.
You're a horrible person.
I am an awful person.
You're a horrible person.
No, I'm not gonna give them the rarest stuff in the game. It takes forever to get. Like, I still haven't gotten the one I've wanted. I've been grinding on it for like all day.
Really? All day?
Yeah. I haven't stopped for once.
It's Street Hawk. Yes, Street Hawk. The Dangerous World. It does not exist. Yes. You need to do Airwolf. Apparently I didn't. Oops. It looks to me like it didn't threshold my stuff. Huh. What? Okay. You want to be difficult? No, no worries. I got you.
Why don't you just live?
What happened to this week? Is it worth it? Yeah. Yeah. He was like, yeah. Stuff has happened. Stuff has happened. I also didn't stream on Monday or Wednesday. Yeah. I was actually going to make a community post about it, and then I was like, I'll just film it in the morning. I'll film it in the morning and put it up and be like, here you go, I'm sorry. But no, I was occupied by deadlines. So, and is it worth it? Is it very like, it's very fresh. Like I generally don't, I don't pre-record it because I want to make sure that if I find something that's like, oh my goodness, I found this, it looks really cool. I want that same excitement to be there when, you know, when I'm filming. So I try not to pre-record, but I probably need to get some in the bag just in case something happens like this week. Would you rather me release it tomorrow? Release an Is It Worth It tomorrow and then bounce back and release one on Monday as well, so that we're all caught up, or just go on Monday? Okay, doing multiple slope jumps over cars and shows you business they were at. Yeah. Michael Knight, a young lord of the Crusade champion. Yeah, Knight Rider was definitely all about kit. Nothing else. Excuse me. Okay, I forgive you. You're busy, man. You're allowed to take a break. Thank you. But like I said, I'm not opposed to filming it in the morning and then releasing it tomorrow, Saturday, right? And then make sure I have another one for Monday, like I'm supposed to. Love the 80s shows, or half of them revolved about cool looking cars, trucks, motorcycles. Yep. Automan. Oh man. Automan intro.
The murderer lost it and said easy.
And then MacGyver. That man gave that man some gum, a condom, and some salt, and he'd make a bomb. You're like, wait a minute, what? Come on, you. is what he said. Yep. Always. Isn't it? You got some gum on you? It's like, wait, what? It's like, as a matter of fact, I do. Why do you ask?
Oh my gosh, Sean, you're so annoying. I'm gonna kill you now. Come here.
I think I'm gonna do that too. Do a dark purple. There we go. There we go. Man from the his mom was. That thing was glorious. You're like, that, what is going on there? You're like, yes, enjoy it.
I can see you, dog water boys. 76.
Which MacGyver? Yeah, oh yeah, 80s MacGyver. 100%.
I'm sending you a favorite part. Except my favorite part. Okay. Alright, let's see, what do I have? I got that. I've got a couple of limited things. I do not want your garbage. I am putting up a bunch of limited stuff. And you're like, oh,
I said, I do not want your garbage.
I got a rainbow luger. I have a big rainbow luger too. Why'd you cancel it? Wait, did you scam
Do you
us?
remember how creepy?
Did you scam me?
Yes. Yeah.
Scammed me. All my
The
stuff
intro
is
was
gone.
the intro made that. I mean, the intro was crazy sauce. You're just like, wait, what? What?
You need tiles?
Yes. No, not the tile. I don't know if it is. That one.
Yeah. No, that one was. That was much.
Oh, sorry, Sean. Those are gone.
They are?
Yeah, can't get them. Okay. I'm looking for them.
He's like, you're right. They're gone. If the intro didn't frighten you, John's breathing did.
Purple haze, voltage, your blade.
He was kind of creepy.
I need all three of those, and then I can craft divine. Wait, it's also an NC join.
Do mostly purples. I was like, do mostly purples. Thought about doing a monochromatic piece, and then I was like, nah, we don't do that.
I just need purple haze and voltage, and I can craft it. Oh, Sean, if you see something with the gun, be careful, because there's a perk. Oh, there's a perk you can buy that makes it so that your knife looks like a gun. Oh my gosh, why is it so loud? It's just blasting dubstep into your ears. Oh, it's a bonus round.
Sorry, it's blasting dubstep in your ear.
It doesn't even matter if you want to lose every time the game ends.
Like my ears.
Madness. I can finally show off my brand new gun. You have a gun? Oh, it's the Icy Fury. I got that one. Oh, I got a kill. Cool. Second kill again. Oh, third kill. Let's go. Oh, got you. Too good. Off. Oh, missed. Alright, I missed again. I guess we should call these out water boys. Oh, yes. Okay. Oh, I missed. That's bad. Okay. Got him. Alright, let's go. I won. Do you like my commentary?
If by chance you are not following the Art of the Kaiser YouTube channel, please do. Here's the link. The reason why is because I am actually on a mission at this very moment to see what is possible in 1 year. So the video that I released on there, it says, you know, road to 1 million subscribers, and the idea is to try and get 1 million subscribers in a year with an art channel, which is it's gonna be interesting, right? And see what kind of tactics and stuff that I can use to try and really grow an audience with an art channel and not do a lot of gimmick stuff, you know. So if you haven't, your support will be greatly appreciated in the fact that you would just subscribe. I would hope that you would watch, but you know, if you don't, I understand. But just know that I'm going to be switching over, so all of my rebel against the algorithm artists rise up. We're gonna try and figure something out. But I want to switch over for when I stream, so that all the views for when we're doing live streams and stuff will go over there instead of the Follow the Kaiser one. So if you are, you know, if you're subscribed to Follow the Kaiser and you come in and hang out with the streams, then you're going to want to make sure that you do the Art of the Kaiser, because I am going to be switching it over. Because it fits more, right? It's just all art, whereas Follow the Kaiser has been pushed to, you know, product reviews, and then I do pro tips, and I might even do like a book review over there, so it's more educational based than anything else. And I want to have something separate so that I can go, here's my art channel, so you can check that out. Okay? So, like I said, if you haven't yet, please click on the link, subscribe to that YouTube channel. And yeah. People are talking to me. The TikTok, okay. But yeah, rise up with me. Zero, 100. Okay, now we have yellow. So now we'll... Marianne, I thought you said you were dipping out.
Oh, I'm out of money.
Today's stream was more low-key. Oh, okay. It's like, look at me. I'm using complementary colors. Oh. like color theory at work.
Yeah, you can get more money. Just spend it on more tricks.
Reading you didn't work from the interaction perspective. Fizzled out quicker. We learned that today. It happens. It happens. So according to the intro of Street Hawk, the bike can move faster than 300 miles per hour. Hopefully drivers will be wearing a helmet and stuff on their knees and elbows to prevent scratches if they fall. Yeah.
Like a hunting look. Look, a dog. Maybe have some above that.
I love Street Hawk. It was a dumb show, but I did like Street Hawk.
We need money. We need money for our fees. Hopefully. If I find a gun and shoot you, I'm angry with you, Sean. You stole my colors. No, I'm not gonna have enough to get my stuff.
Fatal injuries are fun times. Helmets are for cowards.
I got voltage. I just need purple haze and I can make the divine sword.
Safety is for cowards. Not when you're going 300 miles an hour. I think at that point, if you're not being safe, that's when you're just going, I'm ready to die. All right, you just stop thinking about everyone else at that point. You go 300 miles an hour and not wear safety precautions.
We have a purple haze. A super hammer?
So I want to do a study with me, kind of segment, but I'm like, that would really make it so that I would do something educational, right? And I'm like, yeah, but a study with me for the Art of Kaiser, right? So I don't know, what might happen is you might see a merge of my old site to my new site. I don't know, because I want it to be more art, but like I said, it turned into, is it worth it, to be honest. So it turned into, is it worth it? That's the channel. But I think that, I don't know, like, I don't know if I should do, like, I want to, so as I'm going on this journey, right, and I'm going, okay, so I used to put in a whole bunch of detail stuff, right, and I still put in a lot of details or a lot of extra things, but after coming back around to animating and stuff like that, I'm like, wow, that's a lot of stuff. So I'm going, okay, how can I tell an interesting story with as little as possible so that we can also animate it as we move forward? And I want to look at what like Korra and everyone did, right? With the last Airbender and stuff like that, because they had awesome designs and it was still animatable without too many people losing their mind. And so if I can get that level of design into my own stuff, that would be great. And so in order to do that, I need to study them. So I'm going to be like doing that. You know, I was like, okay, guys, let's go ahead and study. Right? And so my big thing is I don't know where I want to put it. Do I want to put it on the Art of Kaiser site and really blow that up? Or do we not do that? Do we put it over on the other one? I don't know. I think that it all fits, especially if it's like, okay, I'm trying to learn something. This is my art. I'm not teaching. You know what I mean? Like, I'm learning with you. I'm not trying to teach. I'm not trying to teach you anything. Whereas over in the Follow the Kaiser one, I have tutorials there. Like, we're doing character design stuff, and then you know what I mean? So it's like, I think that one is the more I'm trying to teach you something, and this one is I'm building something, I'm becoming a better artist, or I'm challenging people for art and stuff like that. So I might be doing study with me's, you know, and be like, nope, no one has to come along. It's just, this is what we're doing. So many plans. Alright, so we're gonna multiply this. And multiply that, and then we're gonna go into a blue. Super blue, saturation blue. And then we're gonna drop this down. And come here, and we're gonna see what it looks like. Okay, I can do that color. Alright, so now what we're doing is we're actually just using more of a light color. So sometimes I will go in and I will do one source of light, which is what I'm going to be doing now on a multiply layer for the shadows. And other times I'll actually come in and do different colors and stuff like that. But for this, I'm going to come in and And what's cool about doing it this way is that you can actually adjust it later, right? So if you're like, oh, well, I think it's too late. It's like, all right, well, you can up the multiply, because right now I have it on a low multiply. Is that this? Oh no, wait.
I'm opening the hammer crates now.
There we go.
Oh, so good now. So I need pink, yellow, red, purple, green, and cool. You don't know. I got another pink. Yeah. No. I'll trade you it. Green. Why not? Oh, that looks how good the old you can't, you're chasing me with the gun. You're like, get me.
Whoops. That's right. I don't have a selection going. kids over there trying not to rage quit again.
I'm not trying.
I stand corrected. He's no longer trying not to rage quit. He's just like, I'm gonna rage quit.
No, I wasn't even about to rage quit it. Sean, why won't you give me your green for the thing?
How is it going?
Sean, you're literally like the same
A
level.
true gamer, yeah.
Why do you not want to help me? Like, you'll literally only be helping me. Why are you so mean?
And then his brother's being a butt.
Yes, he is. Yeah, let's cancel Sean.
Becoming he's just a super butthead. He's like, oh, I have what you need. I have what you need. But I don't want to give it to you because it's you. But then again, see, I don't necessarily understand siblings. Right? It's the one thing. It's like that's the one thing I didn't have. Like I have no siblings, so like this rivalry, witty banter. I don't know what's going on here.
Sean, I saw it.
Are you done?
You're a liar. You're a lying
Are
McCloud.
you Josh? Are you?
Yes.
See, don't get it. I don't get it. You kids.
Can someone give I will not be sad if you do. Huh? I said shut it, loser. Can someone give me a hammer, please? I really need one. Shut it, loser. That's funny.
We keep score. Oh, is that what happens? My brother and I just try to make other despair. Keep score. Okay.
Keep score of what?
Y'all keep score.
Of what?
Winning, losing.
I'm very good at winning.
Who did what to whom?
Oh, I'm very good at being good.
Are you?
Yes.
Are you though? And then it's like, you won, but at what cost? Right. And we say weirder and weirder stuff until one of us just cracks.
I just got 34 boost revolvers. Do you want one?
What are they giving you?
No. Just type in boost in all caps and you'll get it. You'll get 34, actually.
Oh my goodness.
So don't
Where's my cursor?
in my butt. B-O-O-S-T. All caps. No, you have to do it in the... You have to do it in the...
Oh no.
area.
I somehow got rid of my cursor. What? Well, I'm saving now since I lost my
You
cursor.
have to go to the YouTube and Twitter thing and then it'll pop up. Is it because of the murder? No, you're a dog water boy.
I lost my cursor. Just like that.
You are the murderer.
No, that wasn't that. That was navigation. Oh, I forgot about that. Forgot that I used to have my navigation bar there. There it is. Okay.
That's impressive.
Let's view that navigation bar again. There you go. It was so weird. I lost my...
Oh, never mind.
But we got it back. It's always weird when it's just random things happen and you're just like, wait a minute, how? Okay.
I'll trade this guy.
Seems spiteful.
Alright, what do you want, son? Things I don't have. How am I supposed to give you something I don't have? That's... Wait. Dude, you want some yellow losers? I've got 10.
No!
What about some black ones? Just
Keep
some white
forgetting.
ones? I'm literally giving you free stuff. You know what? Maybe no.
So the one thing that you have to worry about when you're doing this kind of, if you're putting in color this way, is the fact that if you use the eyedropper tool, it throws everything off. Like you have to do the it's an eraser. It's just the eraser. So if you're like, I made a mistake, it's just the eraser. I just want your hair. Just let it go. Just grow it out. You'll be alright. That's what I tell everybody. You want it, just grow it out. You'll be fine.
This person's getting trash. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind, this is good. Oh, please, stay in the way. No, wait. Yes, all the good stuff stay. Yes, accept it. I did it.
You make it seem like you got something worth it.
I did. I got something that cost $2. Wait, I can't do it. That's sad. But I got some really good knives. I love knives. Oh, that person just...
Yes, Roblox, your kids are true gamers.
Yes, this is ultimate gaming.
Ultimate gaming. Roblox.
You can't get any more gaming than this.
They try. They try. They do
They're
try.
not in mode. Yeah, everyone has a pistol. You have to fight one.
You kids need to go.
Can we finish?
How long is it gonna take?
A minute.
Yes.
Shoot him.
I started playing Roblox in October 2019, turning 22 this year. No shame.
I love Roblox.
There's nothing wrong with Roblox.
There's a game on Roblox that's really hard that I was trying to beat really hard, but then I gave up a little bit.
That happens sometimes.
It's called Hours.
It's called Hours?
Yes, Hours. It's a...
I can say is that dressing up avatars makes my brain happy. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing.
And then you have to fight against waves of enemies, and then a boss, and then you can upgrade your person, and you keep doing that for a couple rounds until you fight a super boss that will copy you, and then turn into the reality destroyer man. I beat it twice.
I was about to say, I'm like, that sounds difficult. No, okay, no, okay.
Oh, also, there's an achievement you can get for beating the game on hard mode, which you have to pay for, which is stupid.
You have to, wait, you have to unlock a mode? You can unlock a mode, but you gotta pay for it?
Yes, you can pay for hard mode, and it'll give you a bonus thing that will help you in the game.
Mm-hmm.
And so you have to beat the game on hard mode, which is called minutes.
Okay.
But that's only if you're playing on mobile. If you're playing on computer, then you have to beat it on second. And that the description for that mode is for players who want a quick death.
Oh.
So mobile gets to play hard mode, and we get to play instant death mode.
I'm supposed to ask you if you would drag one of the students playing Royal High.
Drag? I don't know what that means.
Drag. Ask your kids if they drag me for playing Royal High. I don't think so.
No,
I would never mean.
I would never drag anyone for playing Royal High.
Like they come in and play Royal High. So, what's up, Byron?
I play Royal High.
What's up, Byron? You finally caught a stream. I'm glad you were able to make it.
Uncle, you done organized. Can you turn off my computer when you finish the stream?
Yes, sir.
Have a good stream.
Thank you. Can't be staying on for forever though. Hey, make sure you guys are quiet. Kids be all loud, you know. How's it going? Oh, it's, you know, kind of de-stressing. I had a lot of deadlines that I had to achieve. Oops. And was able to get to those, and you know, now it's time to be like, you know what? I'm gonna draw me some ninjas. Can't nobody take away my ninjas. Well, I mean, I guess they could, but as of right now, nobody's trying to take away my ninjas. How you been? That does not look right. That's better. And I need to whoops. I need to figure out all the, you know, the environment coloring from like Avatar and stuff like that. Because when I'm doing environments, I always feel as though my environments don't look as awesome as they could, and it boils down to the coloring, right? Like I'm just like I don't know what it is, but for some reason my coloring when it comes to environments just it's just not there. So I definitely need to study some environment work from 2D artists, cell shading people. It's your own work or another commission? Nope, this is me. This was just something I drew up and stuck around. Nothing like just drawing random ninjas, and then you never know, they might become something later. But no commission on this one, just me having fun. Just like I will be gonna be drawing this guy. Like I drew him at a different stream, but he's gonna be something. Don't know yet, but he's gonna be something. Yeah, no, environments is, I mean, it's its own, it's crazy. Messing around. Oh, oops, I like this design. Oh, oops, they have personality. Oops, it's my character. Yep. I mean, to be honest, like, I really do enjoy being able to, I enjoy having the ability to actually just play around. Like so many of my colleagues and stuff, they're working for these companies, and it's like, oh, well, you have to do this, you have to do that, draw this character, draw that character. But I can, draw whatever the hell I want. Right? I'm blessed in that aspect to where I can just do what I normally do, which is a whole bunch of profiles. Right? I have a lot of profiles. And that's how I start my character design process. It's different than what most people do, right? They'll come in and they'll start drawing the character, and what I do is I draw a profile, or I do a headshot like this, and I'm like, and I'll do a lot of these. Generally, what happens is I'll do, let's see. Now this is more structured because I knew what I was going for. Like I knew what I wanted to do here, but like this is what I would normally do with character designs. Like just come in, and it's generally on it's generally on in my sketchbook, and I'll just come in and draw. I'll just draw this, right? Draw a whole bunch of profiles and create characters. Like, all right, let's see which one sticks. This one stuck, right? This one became something. This one eventually is going to become something, and this one, right? And then I did another one, right? I was looking for an ice ninja, and this guy, right? And there were some other ones that I really like. Like I like this. There are aspects to all of them, but this guy became something. All right, let's see if yeah. So, like based on that, we had a hood. There's stuff that happened in profiles and stuff, but eventually, right, this led to that. So I have the ability to just do that, and a lot of creative people don't. These remind me of the Mortal Kombat comics and cartoons, and I'm doing something right. Because you can't see because I'm drawing all kinds of masks, so you can't really see it. But I got Mortal Kombat everywhere, and that's just me. I love I love a lot of ninjas. I love Mortal Kombat. I love what they've done. So anytime someone's gonna be like, "Oh man, reminds me of Mortal Kombat," I'm like, "Good, I'm doing something right." Indy has the soul. Yeah, I agree. What's funny is that, you know, when you say it's like, you know, Indy's got the soul, because a lot of indie creators, they're like, well, I'm doing this on my own, and you know, they're like, well, if I don't, then bad things happen, right? But it's really funny to that so many mainstream people don't have that same mentality anymore, right? It's like, I guess I'll just keep doing Spider-Man. You're like, As a person who is still doing Marvel and DC stuff, it's like I'm actually very excited about the fact that I can do my own thing. Ah. And want to do my own thing, you know? Like, there's only so many times that, or at least for me, I mean, I know that there are people, and I love these comic people, right? But they're drawing someone else's dream, and I'm not feeling, I don't want to do that. I mean, I do it in an aspect, right? I'm like, all right, well, I'm doing this. Yes, I do work for Marvel, I do work for Upper Deck, I do work for these things, but, I mean, I've never made a submission. That's not true. I did one submission as a class assignment to Marvel. I got a rejection letter, which was anticipated because my submission was for trying to be a writer. And, well, I definitely wasn't a writer then. I'm like, not really a writer now, but man, back then, please. So, getting a rejection letter, I knew as soon as it went in the mail. But, you know, I'm like, I would have to actually do a submission. But to be honest, I'm like, you know what? I would much rather do this. Take it slow. And then, you know, once it's ready, people will be like, oh, wow. You know, I'm like, oh, well, I've been working on it for a while. They're like, really? I'm like, yep. But completely okay with staying in the background. That's the fun part. Like, I get to say that I've worked for all these companies, and they're like, oh, really? I'm like, yep. I got the credits. I was like, wow, anything I know? Nope. I'm like, nope, you sure wouldn't. I was like, but it's there. I've done work for them. Still do work for them. But I'm always striving to be able to somehow get my own thing going. It's a bit weird to think about it. You have amazing talent, how they skilled artists that aren't able to do what they want to do with these companies. Yeah. And they've got great ideas, you know? They're like, oh, you know what? If we did this with said character, oh my good, you know? They have great ideas that will never, ever be seen. And that's, to be honest, that's why I'm like, you know what? I'd rather do my own thing. And then once I'm done with it, or once I'm willing to give it up, you know, then it's like, all right, well, you do what you think best, because I gave it to you, so have at it. what is your book called? I like to go from drawing heads to a full character. So I have a character design book. It's called Creative Character Design, Volume 1 and 2. It's pretty much the same book, except one's in color and has more content. Volume 2 has more content. But that's a theory book. Like, I really didn't want to write a book that goes, this is how you draw. Like, most of the how-to books that you will find will literally tell you this is how you draw. And that's not at all what I want to do. Like, me saying, hey, I draw a ninja, and I go, look, this is how you draw a ninja, then people are going to be drawing a ninja. They're going to be drawing my ninja instead of knowing why why does that make it a ninja? Or why is it, why is that a barbarian? Or, whoops. Why all of a sudden are they a speedster or stuff like that, And so I don't actually have a book that shows you my process. Probably just put together a video to show it, because like I said, I'd rather have a video that goes, all right guys, this is how I do it. Right? This is how I go about doing this. If you want to, try it, go for it. But it's not the end all be all. It's not like, this isn't, dang it. This isn't a, do it this way and you'll be successful. This is how I do it. This is a way to think about, your designs. That's the one thing that always gets me about a lot of creators when it comes to like their tutorials. They're like, this is how you should do it. Get better with character design. And you're like, but you're just teaching them. You're just teaching them how you do it, not teaching them actually how to get better. So there might be a video soon on my process. So you have a character design book? Yeah, I have 2. And I was like, yes, as a matter of fact, I have 2. But I don't push it in class, Marianne, because it's not a character design class. Like if it was a comics class, if it was like, this is a comics class, well, the character design is, intrinsic to that genre, then I'd be like, hey, you should check this book out. Man, I might need to buy them. It's tasty and I want to get even better. Check it out. Like I said, it's a theory book, right? It's not a how to draw book. It is things that you need to know about character design, shape language, color theory, knowing your audience, form follows function. It's all the things that you need to know about character design. Not necessarily before, but before you actually start touching the pencil, right? So if you're interested in that, then yeah, definitely go pick it up. Have you seen the old VHS uploads of the Cuban School has put out? No, I have not. Is it on YouTube? Because that would be sweet to look at. Oh no, it's actually on a VHS. Oh my goodness. Okay. Is it fine for me to link the channel? Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Please do.
The Ninja Empire
Oh.
is free, dominant, and unstoppable. Our ninja spirit is fueled by fire and driven by razor-sharp determination. When we take on a mission, we must succeed or die. Our style is unique and deadly, and no one wants to suffer the wrath of the Ninja Empire.
Expansions, thank you very much for that subscription. You are now part of the Ninja Empire. You are the newest member. Thank you so very much. Enjoy the one emote that we have. But we are, it's like we are coming together. Hopefully we're going to be drawing a lot of ninjas, creating an empire to start with, and I cannot thank you enough for the support for doing the subscription. Thank you so very, very much. It's looking good. Thank you. This cult entry. Join us. Join us. Join us. Now, if you have Better TV on Google, then there are a couple extra emotes. If you have Better TV, there are a couple extra emotes. And I'm hoping to get those emotes, if we can finally get enough people, we'll have those emotes coming up for everyone to have. So Ninja Star, another ninja, and my faux sense. So generally what happens towards the end of the stream, because I don't generally take a break, but what happens is I'll run an ad to get my 4 cents, because that's generally what happens. Like I've checked the amount that it gives me, and I'm like, oh look, I made 4 cents. So it's been an ongoing joke. It's like every time I'm like, all right, well, we're about to end. Let's go ahead and run an ad, so I can get my faux cents. So I was told I need to make an emote for faux cents. Oh, and for those of you who are interested, Better TV is free. So, just in case. We're running to Twitch. Save. Always remember to save more often than not. Yep, I'm here now. What's up? now I gotta really figure out what I'm gonna do with this character. Kind of like the way he looks. Purple, all purpley. And I'm pretty sure I'll use this this character in my Illustration 1 class to show off color theory and you know, complementary colors, which I hope they know about. I swear I'm always freaked out when I start talking about complementary color or color theory, and I'm like, so we're gonna be talking about this, and like everyone, I'm like, you guys know about color theory, right? You've already taken this. They're like, yeah. Okay, what are the complementary colors? Like really? Like, don't do that to me. Does he have a name? Nope. So honestly, the name for this file is called Rando, because it was literally just a random thing that was happening. I was like, let's draw something, and this is what came out of it. So literally no name. Taking color theory class was the best decision of my life. Plug the fact that the college has one. Yeah. Well, I mean, I remember when we were in class and I was like, okay, you guys should have already taken color theory, and they're like, well, we haven't yet. I was like, wait, what? Like, wait, what do you mean you haven't taken color theory yet? Well, we haven't taken color theory yet. I'm like, you guys are gonna have a hard time if you don't know color theory. Always surprised at what students take and don't take. It's like, what the Quan Chi. Quan Chi Mega F. Yeah, it helps so much. It does. Color theory is important. Even in black and white works, tonal understanding is huge. Yep, absolutely. Quan Chi. So I have to be careful with the names that I pick as a non-Asian descendant. I don't want, you know, it's like I don't want to be the problematic person, you know. It's like, dude, what are you doing? Like, I don't know. So try and be sensitive to the culture that I'm borrowing these very epic things from. And I actually, like, there are times, like, I go and get, you know, confirmation and reference and guidance from the Asian community, and it's like, just, you know, tell me if I'm doing something wrong, please. Like, please tell me, because I don't want this to come back, you know, because I know I am not someone, you know, this is not my culture, right? I know that. And so I want to be mindful of that, because it's definitely one of the things that, you know, we in the black community are actually fighting for. Is like, look, yo, don't do that. That's bad. So, and while a lot of this, you know, a lot of what I am doing is Hollywood ninjas, you know, and like Hollywood ninjas and stuff like that. So this isn't even, right, this is not the actual factual ninja stuff from Japan, and like I love that stuff too, like knowing about some of the ninja clans and how it started and how they actually, you know, what you see in Hollywood is not, it's not at all what they were, which I always think is fascinating. So, but yeah, definitely gotta watch what we put on things and stuff like that, because like I said, there's no need to anger people if we don't have to. Oh, come on. Alright, let's see. Bait the Twitter mobs. Okay, call him Harold. Yeah, don't want to give a Chinese name to a Japanese character unintentionally. Yep, research is important. Yep. Call him Harold. And it's not that, you know, it's like, luckily, because I am doing something very fantasy based, right, I can call them anything, right, and feel like, hey, it's this character, and it'd be fine. But like I said, I wanna try and take the extra step, you know, not like, I would love to be able to be invited over to Japan one day, you know, that'd be really cool. You come in and it's just like, hey, I created this, and they don't hate me for it. That'd be cool. Same energy as Call Me Tim. Oops. You know what? An idea. Come with the eraser. Aha! I win. I win. Alright, I don't think we're going to be doing too much more. It's getting late. I generally get up really early in the morning, so I think we're gonna call this one soon. Like, I might do this little handle here and then be like, alright, I'm done for tonight. Because, like I said, get up in the morning, don't really want to take too long and then wake up the wife. That'd be bad. Watching and listening. Sweet. I'm glad. Now, normally I stream Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. With occasional extra times when my kids are like, I want to stream on the weekend. So, if you ever want to hang out again, I will definitely be doing it. So. Oh man, turn the navigation off. Oh well. Alright, so that's where we're gonna... I need to practice my cell shading. Yeah, I'm still working on it, you know? Just... because there's a lot that I know from, you know, traditional coloring and shading and stuff like that you have to translate in a different way to try and make sure that it works. So, and that's one thing that I really want to do. I want to study some of the animations and stuff that are out there, and be like, oh, okay, they did this, or oh, they did that. Looking at manga, because they specialize in cell shading, and just be like, oh, okay, this is how that worked. This is how you're doing this. This is how you're doing that. And I'm like, all right, cool. So, yeah, I think definitely by next month we'll be having a study with me, and I'll be studying and taking notes and doing all kinds of stuff like that. I'm like, oh, this is what I'm doing. Okay, this is what we did here. So, but yeah, so thank you guys so very much for hanging out with me today. Like I said, let me see if I can put it in the chat again. If you have not subscribed to the Art of Kaiser YouTube channel, please do, please do, because after today, that's where I'm going to be streaming on YouTube. For those of you who are on YouTube, I'm going to be streaming to over there, because it is my art channel. Okay, so that it makes more sense with the lives that I'll be doing. So we're switching them over there. So definitely head on over there if you haven't. Click on that. Do the subscribe. I'm also trying to do an art challenge where it is 1 million subscribers in 1 year for an art channel. See how that works. I've officially been up with my channel where I was doing this promotion on the 1st of February. So in 5 days, I'm over 200 subscribers already. So that's a plus. And we're just gonna hit and just keep pushing to see just how far or how close we can get to 1 million subscribers in 1 year. Just doing art. Nothing crazy, just art. So yeah, once again, thank you guys so very much. I'm gonna throw, like I said, we're gonna do our 4-cent ad. So I'm gonna do my 4-cent ad. Thank you guys so very much. It means a lot that you came and hung out with me. And I will see you guys at the next stream. And remember, born a ninja, die a ninja. I'll see you guys later.